Hey everybody, this is Mike, also known as Holy Terror, and welcome back to my channel. This is my second video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the first one. Please do the same to this one. Hit that like button if you will really quickly, and that would mean a lot to me. Today I want to talk about movies that legit bothered me. And let me clarify, when I say bothered, I don't necessarily mean scared me legitly, but maybe the ones that, I mean, some of these, of course, obviously did scare me. Why else do you watch horror movies? To get that scare, that adrenaline rush from being scared. But I'm talking about maybe the ones that lingered a little bit longer up here in the shadowed nooks of your subconscious. The ones that you just couldn't get out of your head for whatever reason. Maybe it was a scene, maybe it was a particular performance. Also, I want to apologize for the hammering, banging, crashing, drilling. We're getting some renovations done, so apologize for the background noise. But let's start with, of course, the obvious one. I talked about this last video. Being a Christian, there were things in The Exorcist to this day that still really disturb and bother me on a spiritual level. Not that, I feel like my faith weakens every time I watch the movie. No, quite the opposite. But there's actually there's the infamous scene, of course, that anybody who's seen the movie, I don't want to discuss here. It's too graphic. But there's also something else in The Exorcist that I cannot watch. Every time it comes on screen, I turn away, and that's the scene where she's getting the needle inserted into her throat and her jugular, and the blood spurts out with every heartbeat. That I can't I can't deal with that. I can't also deal with even though I'm a huge fan of like special effects and everything, I can't deal with when bones get broken sticking out of the skin, like they come through the skin and you can see I can't deal with that either. It makes my skin crawl. But of course, The Exorcist. Also, The Sixth Sense. Not really the ghosts or anything. Well, I guess there's one particular scene actually that really stuck with me in a creepy way, and that is the scene in the kitchen with the abused housewife ghost, where he gets awakened. He goes through the hallway and he thinks it's his mom, and of course it's this ghost with bruises and everything, and she's just like, no, dinner is not ready yet. All that. um I don't know that. Well, when a little background, when we first got married, my wife and I lived in a little shoebox single wide trailer, and from where our bedroom was, there was a clear direct view down this little narrow hallway to the kitchen. So the night we saw The Sixth Sense, we saw it in a theater, which I was fortunate enough to do. Um, I saw it in a theater, got to experience it with a great emotional, reactive crowd that screamed and all that. So that was the ultimate horror movie experience. But that night, I was laying in bed. It was dark, house was quiet, and of course, my position in the bed was closest to the bedroom door, giving me a direct view down that down that long, creepy, narrow hallway into our kitchen. And I just thought, I bet there is a ghost of an evil housewife in that kitchen. So I literally had to shut the door that night to get to sleep. More recently, 2019's Doctor Sleep. I was really surprised by this movie. I went into it with kind of hesitancy and low expectations, but I was incredibly pleased and surprised by this great movie, great follow up. There was no way they were ever going to top Kubrick's original, The Shining. You can't do it. I think they went in the right direction with this. They expanded where they needed to expand, and the follow up was nice. The scene that really bothered me, the reason this one stuck in my craw a little bit, was the incredibly, and it was kind of unexpected. Um, there was a incredibly graphic murder scene of a young kid. Um, I mean, I guess you had to get the proper hatred, I guess, built up for the villain Rose the Hat here. It kind of was a scene that needed to happen, but I wasn't quite prepared for how graphic and how much it bothered me. The little kid that did the acting, phenomenal. He really made my skin crawl, and I really wanted to just jump in the screen and rescue him. Hereditary. If you've seen this movie, pretty much the whole movie, it's just got that incredible, creepy tone. Ari Aster is a modern master of horror. This movie is so good. Toni Collette is unbelievable. I think I like her even more than in The Sixth Sense, if that's possible, in this movie. There's no one specific scene I can point to disturb me or stuck with me. The entire movie is just unreal and creepy. A favorite of mine, The Descent. Love this movie to death. Really, the thing that bothered me most about this movie was the sense of claustrophobia that they successfully pulled off. There's one scene where the girl's in the tunnel and there's like a partial cave-in and she gets wedged between these two rocks, and the camera work is incredible. It just really makes you feel like your breath is leaving your lungs watching that movie. For the next one, I was actually going to pick The Witch, but I decided against it and went with Hagazusa, which you probably have never heard of. I'd never heard of it until I did a little research, but it was like the foreign answer to The Witch. Came out roughly, around the same time. It's set in Austria. It's a gothic folk horror, and it's incredibly atmospheric and moody. And there are things in here that it's actually a study of mental illness. Witchcraft is involved. It's just really, really creepy. And there's one scene involving, well, I don't want to spoil anything if you want to look this one up, but be prepared if you do. Also, I love me some J-horror. I love it. I love everything about it. There's just something about a good Japanese horror movie that when you pop it in, you're going to get the bejeebies scared out of you in one form or another. And there was so many choices, but I went with Audition. Like I said earlier, I have a thing about bones and bones being, through the skin and everything. And this has some of the most graphic body horror. I mean, it's just unrelenting. It's just an awesome horror movie. It's creepy, scary. So tell me down in the comments which movies you found disturbing or that scared you, or you can do one that, maybe stuck with you for whatever reason, a scene, a performance, an actor, special effects, ones that you just couldn't get out of your head. Let me know in the comments below. What about you, Font Phantom? What's your scariest stay with you movie? Okay, that's interesting. I want to play a little. I would like to play a game. Oh, I want you to look at this production quality. I'm talking high tech. I promise that when Halloween rolls around, I will upgrade to actual Halloween themed cups and everything. But for now, the horror movies like from the 50s and 60s, the ones with the big long titles like Invasion of the Body Snatchers or Attack of the 50-Foot Woman or Night of the Living Dead, the ones with the long titles. What we're going to do here is we are going to create our own horror movie. I'm going to draw the title of the horror movie, and I want you in the comments. I want you to be, just not click on the videos, but I want you to be, what's the corporate rhetoric word for it? Engaged. Who else is sick of that word? I want you to be engaged here. So I will give you the name of the horror movie, and I want you down below in the comments to give me a quick plot synopsis or what you think the movie would be about if it was a real movie. And I'll read the best one or the funniest one probably on the next video. So here we go. I'm just going to draw it random. I've spent a lot of time, about an hour, making this. So it may bomb, it may flop. Okay. Whoop. I'm already doing something wrong here. Okay. All right, here we go. The first part of the title is Race with the, okay, Race with the Shocking, oh, Race with the Shocking Strangler. That's kind of odd. Race with the Shocking Strangler. What would you think that movie would be about? Give me a plot synopsis down below. And as always, thank you guys. I'm going to go in here and fix me some breakfast because I'm starving. And I might even fix Font Phantom something if she's nice. Yeah, she's never nice. But thanks for watching. Click that like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. And we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.